What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. Don't forget to do all that fancy stuff that, we YouTubers always ask for. Click the like button, drop a comment, all that good stuff. It helps us out. SOG. Wow. Well, Studies and Observations Group. That's what their website says it stands for. And I apologize, this box is all beat up and everything. I got this in trade, so this is not a new a new looking box, but the knife is new. But what we have here is the Seal XR, SOG Seal XR, and I guess that's a model number 12210157 or something like that. Maybe that's a production date or something, I don't know. But, for a long time, folks, I didn't think much of SOG, actually, until I saw this knife. I really didn't think much of them. I've had them before, but to me, they were always just, kind of cheaper import knives, China, Taiwan-made knives, which there's nothing wrong with that nowadays. Knife lovers know that China and Taiwan are putting out some great knives, but they're the kind of knives that you would see at TJ Maxx, or Marshalls or someplace like that, and closeout prices for $8.99 or something like that. So when I had a Casio G-Shock up for trade here a few weeks ago, and I'll show you this box real quick so y'all can take a look at it. We'll get it out of the way. Again, it's kind of beat up and whatnot, but just a basic little box. And again, there's the part number for you. But I had a Casio Mudmaster G-Shock for trade on my local gun trading group. I valued it about 120, 130 bucks or whatever. I had an old boy offer this, and I did some researching on it. I was like, man, that's a nice knife. But apparently a few years ago, SOG decided to up their game, and they started making some good stuff. And this is one of those. This is a made in USA knife, which is nice. It is called the Seal XR, which we previously looked at. It has pretty good centering. You can see right there. And this is actually made from S35V steel. And y'all forgive me, but if I remember right, I believe it was, wasn't it Chris Reeve, the knife maker, that kind of started working with Crucible and a lot of these super steels when they were coming out, it's been quite a few years now, and I think S35 was one of those. I might be wrong on that, but I know it's a good steel. And what we have here, this is a big knife, and this is a flipper. For those who don't know, that means you can put your index finger here and flip out the blade, like so. And we're going to take a slow pan at this and just kind of show you guys this to you. And this is not new. This knife, if it's seen some use, it's been very light use, as evidenced by the edge. And it's a little bit, I did carry it once or twice, since I've got it. And it has kind of like the Seal or the SOG version of the Axis lock, maybe, which is like a little bar lock. But there's no spring assist on this. This is all just ball bearings on that blade. And you can see how easily that thing closes when you pull that lock down. I mean, it's a nice, smooth ball bearing knife setup. Handles are, what are the handles made of, Jeff? I don't know. Glass reinforced nylon. I've got the SOG site open here in the background. And this is, I tell you, and there we go, CPMS 35VN. Nice grinds on this one. I tell you, they have, they have really upped their game over the SOGs that I had experience with in the past, which I admit it was not a lot. It looks like, I don't know this for sure, but it's got like a little, I wonder if a bit would fit in that. Probably not. It says it does have a reversible low carry clip. Okay, I see. You can mount the clip on this side too. There we go. I don't know if I would call that low carry, but they are saying on that. But to me, a deep carry clip usually comes up to here. So in your pocket, you are going to have quite a bit of knife sticking up in your pocket. And then it has this little, whatever you want to call it, on this end. They do say the blade is a black Cerakote coating, and it is a nice blade coating, just in looking at it. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, I was pretty impressed with it, and I was shocked when I looked this up. When the guy offered to me in trade, the MSRP is like $235 on these, and the street value is around $189, $190. I was like, man, that much for an SOG. But again, they have a new line of knives out, folks, and I'll be the first to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with it. Let's see what this monster weighs, and then we'll do some size comparisons. 8.3 ounces. So it's not a heavy knife. By comparison, we'll do some size comparison. We have a classic buck 110 out here. Comes in at 7.3. And we also have a full-size CRK Sabenza. No pocket clip. Comes in at 4.4. Just a couple little weight comparisons for you. Let's take a couple of measurements on this too. Now you can get all these specs online, of course, folks, but you know, I just like to show people firsthand what we're looking at. They advertise it as a 3.9-inch blade, and it looks like that's about correct on it. It's hard to sometimes when y'all are taping to show you these things. Yeah. Let's check the overall length. And I'm going to call it out to you. Again, it's hard to see, but we're at 9.25 inches overall, folks. I know it doesn't look like that on the camera, but if I move it down here and put the tip up, you can see. Yeah. Well, maybe 9 1/8. Maybe 9 1/8. Tell me what you guys think of these. I mean, this is a good feeling, good heavyweight folder. Now, I don't know much about this lock, but I assume it's the SOG version of the Axis lock. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Now, I will note it is ambidextrous. You have the lock on either side, and you can pull down either side to close it. You see, I'll reach back here with my index finger and close it like that. You see, really, all you have to do is release it. And let me see if I can pan up here a little bit without showing my messy desk. And gravity just takes over. Very smooth, very nice knife. I'm impressed, folks. I don't know what y'all think about it, but I'm impressed with it. It's a little bit too big for me to carry all the time, so I might put it up on the trading block. But I am definitely impressed with the quality of this. Let me know what you guys think of this knife. If you haven't owned it, you know, I'll be honest with you. I've owned a lot of knives over the years. I haven't really done a whole lot of videos on them. But I've owned everything from, well, like classic buck 110s to slip joints to CRKs. You know, I've had my fair share of Medford knives, Microtech, Protech, you name it. You know, I've had them. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice quality. I think it's worth, you know, my gut is telling me it is worth $189 if you want a big meaty folder. You want S35. This is not a bad choice. Let's take a look at it side by side with some of these. So, looking at it with the buck, you can see it's pretty beefy. Let's check out that thickness and compare it with the buck side by side, and we'll get you a tape up here too so y'all can have a look. It's about the same thickness as the buck, you know, going overall. Let's put a tape up here and we'll see if we can ballpark for y'all. Just do it the old-fashioned way. What is that, 5/8 or so? Yeah. 3/4. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's somewhere between 5/8 and 3/4, probably a little bit closer to the 3/4 mark. You can see that right there. It's not elegant like a CRK. You know, this is nice, small, low profile. I actually belt carry this in this old CRK sheath. My wife gave me the sheath, and this was my first high-end knife that really that I ever treated myself to as far as a folder. This is, again, this is a CRK Sabenza. Much lighter duty, much lighter weight than this one, but this is a good, beefy knife. To me, this is really, I would call this a copy of their Seal Pup, I think is the knife, the SOG fixed blade. That is a pretty decent fixed blade too, is the Seal Pup, just kind of like a folding version of it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it today, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any questions on this. If you watch my comments, I try to answer all questions for people. And if you have this knife, if you put it through a lot of use, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know how it's holding up for you. I may end up keeping it. I might put it on the trade block. I don't know. You know how guys like me are. We're always going through stuff. Again, thanks for watching. Click that like button. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Take care out there.